Okay everybody, my Nik the Booksmith challenge is finished. I decided to use this small world atlas. So I have a little bit of a story behind mine. I'm going to try and get it in real quick here. Oh, and before I do, here's the paper pack I used. It was the postcards premium stack. I got it from Joann's. And here, let's see which page I used. Oh, here it is. This is the one that I used. So it had lots and lots of options here. So, I really haven't looked into the name of the lady yet, but she's a French lady, and she originally is from Paris, and she was on a ship going over to America, and she's been back and forth on this ship to America a couple of times, and she's seen the world, and she met a man over there, and she's going back this time to go ahead and meet up with him again so they can go on an adventure in the new world. Well, not really new world, but you know, at that time. So this fabric I used was muslin. I really didn't use that much. I just used it as an enclosure and for binding purposes, which is right here on the back and how I mounted it in the book. And for the fabric, the ship crashed, of course, and it's stranded on this island, so her suitcase washed up shore, and whatever she found in the book is all she could say, or found in the suitcase, which was open when she discovered it, and whatever washed up the beach was all that she could save. Which this muslin was, you know, some of the sails from the ship, and then she discovered a bunch of paper, and she decided to go into the forest and to stain the paper with whatever happened to be on the island. So I went with an eco-stained paper. I thought that would be really fun, and the paper came out magnificent, if you couldn't tell. And I used the eco-stained paper on the inside plate as well, and to mount the fabric in. And I used a thick heavy gauge awl needle and some thread, because I always carry it all, and some wax thread. And it's a tricolor thread. It looks like shipping twine, which, you know, could have washed up on the shore from the inside the ship, because you never know. And, you know, here's some documents of hers that she was lucky enough to find. And a map of her home, of course, Paris. It's really, really small, but if you can see it quite well. And another map of a country she had been to. And this really cool old-fashioned emblem. And the United States postage cents. And a postage stamp. Not much washed up, but she was lucky enough to get like a little envelope with all these postage stamps that washed up. And she was supposed to go to the Old New York World's Fair, and she had 2 tickets. She was gonna go with him to the World's Fair, this man that she had met, but she never made it. So someone's gonna come looking for her. So not all hope is lost. And got a little postage stamp here with a little tuck spot and the twine. And the gentleman really liked bikes, and so this was one of the black and white sort of photo picture things that washed up on shore. And another postage stamp, and the paper flips out here. And one of the flowers that got caked onto the paper from the island, and a small postage stamp. And here's another postage stamp, and I turned it into a tuck spot. And another postage stamp. And this paper was pretty heavy and thick too, and it was double-sided, so that's why I really, really liked it. And made a pocket out of this one so she could stuff some goodies in there, maybe whatever else paperwork washes up on shore, or maybe some flowers after she dries them. And another postage stamp, and here's a old stagecoach, and of course 25 cents to ride the stagecoach, and another postage stamp. And there's the one of the queens of Australia, or some royalty in Australia, and another postage stamp. Very simple, and I really love how elegant it came out. Of course, we got an old postcard that she was had received, because it's got a stamp on it. I haven't written on it yet. I don't think I intend to. I might sell this journal. I still have to put the date in the back of it. And my fourth one that I was going to use and have been using, that I gotta go out and grab it right now. I gotta write the date on it. So my fourth item I picked was a pen. I picked fabric, pen, this paper, and now I can't remember what the fourth item was. And you guys are probably sitting there staring right at it going, it's this, oh, the fabric, duh! So, and the fabric to bind it are all that I chose. So when the book washed up on shore, of course, all the atlas pages were gone. What the British Isle is right here. So whatever maps are in the journal, that's what washed up on shore. And she had some glue wash up on shore, obviously. Let me go get her pen. So it is the early 1800s, or late 1800s, early 1900s. So what kind of person would she be if she didn't have her quill with her ink? So this did wash up on shore, so she has everything she needs. She's got some ink to last her a while. You know, if a octopus happens to wash up on shore, she's fortunate with that too. I used this to mark all the holes on the back, and so I could bind it and get them all even. And I used the edge of the book to draw all of my lines to make sure my papers were even. And I think it came out gorgeous. So please check out my Etsy shop. I am going to list this, probably not today. So I am going to list a few other things. I set them right here. They are right here. So I've made some paper kits. I've actually had some requests for some pretty cheap paper kits, or more affordable paper kits. So I got these simple ones. There's not very much to them. There's 50 pages. They're going to be $4. And this one's Green Matted Mansions. And I just sold this journal on Etsy the other day. So there will be a bunch of these listed in my Etsy shop for $4. I actually got to go down and figure out what the shipping is going to be tomorrow. So you'll probably see these listed tomorrow. If not, they will be listed by Friday, because I have a couple other listings coming out this week too. Here is a cookbook one. This has got a bunch of different cookbook pages, so many different goodies in it. This one will be $7 or $8. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm settling on about $7. Again, I gotta go down and see how much the shipping is going to be on this one, so please be patient. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all enjoyed my wonderful Nik the Booksmith challenge. And please keep an eye out in my Etsy shop in the next day or two for this lovely journal. All I have to do is date the back of it and sign it with my information at Little Miss Daisy. And I will see you then. Alright, bye-bye.